Let's return to This Week in America. Here's your host, Rick Bratton.
Welcome back, everybody. Coast to Coast, This Week in America. Businesswoman from Author Reputation Press and author Starlight is a story about success and talented women. This story is based on the success of an Oriental woman living in Washington. She inherited a small fortune and triples it within a few years. She has to fight the persistent crime triads that try to steal her fortune and valuables. She has questions about her sexuality. She wonders if she is gay, but she ends up falling for her Italian dance teacher. She also has a secret, and she will reveal it to her personal assistant and to her dancing teacher, now her lover, in due time. One of her projects is going to the moon. Starlight is an author of Italian origins. Previously, she's published 5 books. She lives in Europe, has traveled around the world to gather information and ideas for her books. She's an artist as well as a photographer. From London, via Skype, Starlight, author of Businesswoman, an amazing story of an Oriental feminist businesswoman that shows woman power. She's our guest on This Week in America. Starlight, welcome to the program. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Hi, everybody.
It is great to have you here to talk about the book Businesswoman. Give you information where the book's available as we go through the program. You are a very talented author. What are your goals and dreams for your books and career? You're very, very talented at this. What are your goals?
Well, I want to go down in history as a writer, feminist, artist, and photographer. In history, just like the pandemic, the coronavirus, that is going to go in history as well. Yes, I write comedies. By the way, do you like my sunglasses? They are stars too.
I love the sunglasses. By the way, the video version of this is on our YouTube channel. If you go to thisweekinamerica.us, click on videos, you'll see it, or just YouTube This Week in America with Starlight, and you'll see that. I love the sunglasses. You need to get a patent on those and sell the sunglasses as well. I love those. How did this begin? How did this writing career begin for you? How did this start?
Well, I was traveling and I went to from Spain to UK because I thought I was going to be lucky in there, but I wasn't. So I started writing poetry about the UK legal system because it sucks, really. So I write poetry, and then I decided to write my story, which is a true story about myself, and it's called Traveling Desire by Starlight. So because I wasn't so lucky in the UK, I thought it was going to be great because there's a woman queen, there's a woman princess, a woman prime minister, and as a feminist, I like that. But I wasn't lucky at all. At the end, there's still lots of chauvinists there, and I'm a feminist writer.
Well, you are, and you tackled that in Businesswoman. The book is by Starlight. That's Starlite. Book available at the usual places, authorreputationpress.com, a great place to get information and order the book. Starlight's website is starlightthewriter.co.uk. It's starlightthewriter.co.uk. A little different. We'll repeat that during the program and have it up as on our website as we go forward. Let's talk about the first book that you mentioned, Traveling Desire. So this was sort of using a lot of this travel that you enjoy doing as well in the book, wasn't it?
Yes, I actually am writing another book about me and my mates traveling around the world. But yes, Traveling Desire is, as the name says, I have the desire, the passion for traveling, and that's what I decided to call it.
You know, and that's sort of great research, isn't it, for your books and your poetry and photography, seeing people in different circumstances, understanding different cultures, that type of thing. Traveling has to be a great background for a writer.
Yeah, it gave me enough stories to tell, and I'm really a great storyteller. And I got my own writing style, and usually I write comedies. That's why I have the star sunglasses. Yes, that's about it. Traveling Desire tells my story from Italy to Spain, Spain to France, France to UK, and I like it, but then again, it's my story, but I think you people gonna like it too.
Well, I think they're going
And
to. Yeah, in this first book,
businesswoman,
yeah, Businesswoman is the current
businesswoman is
book.
also. Are you there?
Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, businesswoman is also a bit based on my character because I am a businesswoman.
And I love the strong woman, what she has to go through, how she gets through it. The book we're talking about, primary book, is Businesswoman by Starlight. I mentioned edition 1. Are you working maybe? Is this going to be a series of books, Businesswoman?
Well, people suggested that to me, but at the moment, my inspiration is a bit short because my new inspiration is about COVID-19, and I'm writing a comedy over it. I know it's not funny, COVID, but I'm trying to make things look a bit happier. So at the moment, I'm not doing any series.
You know, it's interesting. You have a great sense of humor. You're able to look at different situations and bring out the humor. And we'll talk before we wrap up about the COVID book and when that may be out. The main book is Businesswoman by Starlight. I mentioned the passions, writing and traveling. You're involved in so much. Boy, if there's any woman, sort of a Renaissance woman, you're out there in all types of different issues. What else do you enjoy besides writing and traveling?
Well, I also support 2 female charities. One is Wish, the other is Sane. And I actually met Ruby Wax, which she supports Sane as well. And we have something in common. We both have anxiety. And we're both a bit famous. And I really like her. I think she's a great comedian. And apart from that, I also go at film conventions. I meet movie stars, and I was so excited in 2019. I actually met movie stars from Star Trek and Ian Somerhalder, Brendan Fraser, and it was so exciting. But those are the things I do, and I do a bit of photography too.
So well-rounded and so many talents that you bring to the table, and an amazing storyteller. You mentioned the fact you enjoy telling stories and you do it so well. It's the only problem is it's difficult to put the book down. Once we start reading, we want to find out where Starlight is going next in the story. So just another chapter or two before we go to bed for the evening. So once you start reading, it literally is a page turner. I mentioned Author Reputation Press, a great place for the books, your websites. The book's available, all of your books around the world. Where do you recommend that people go to pick up copies of a book, in this case, Businesswoman?
Well, you can have it online, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, eBay. But I think my book is also in USA bookshops. They are not anywhere else, but I think they are in USA bookshops as well.
And you can order it online here in the U.S. from authorreputationpress.com. Order it and get all the information on Starlight at her website, Starlight, that's Starlite, thewriter.co.uk. Let's talk about when you developed the character, the main character in Businesswoman. Is there part of you in this character, and do you identify with the character?
Yes, very much. I am a feminist. I'm good with money. I'm a businesswoman. I'm not gay, but I do fancy some guys, but I'm not much into them. But yes, well, I actually wanted to have a dream. Then you might say, oh, it's crazy. I dream of a world of Amazon warriors, which is women warriors. So we all will dream and we succeed. So I have loads in common with this businesswoman in my new book.
How much fun was it writing Businesswoman? The fact that there's a lot of you in the character, a lot of storylines that are prominent in your life. How much fun was it to tell this story?
Well, it was great at the beginning because it was easy. I mean, it was inspired in my own life. But as a writer, I hate the fact that you have to proofread your book again and again and again and again. So I read the story so many times, and I don't really want to read any more books.
Yeah, I would think that would be the tedious part. You know, creating it is one thing, the creative part of it, but then going back and reading and rereading and doing the editing and cutting things out, maybe that you don't want to cut out of the book. I would think that would be difficult. And obviously that's what writers go through. What are you working on next? What's the next project? We mentioned the COVID book. Tell how are you doing with that, and when maybe will we see that published?
Well, we were trying to publish soon, but I haven't finished yet. I'm on my last chapter, and maybe 4 months, because this COVID thing is slowing down things.
Yeah, it's slowing down everything, and hopefully we're going to see at least a return to some type of normal and get back where people can get out and finish products, the projects that they've got going. Starlight is our guest on the program, coming to us from the UK via satellite, Skype. She's the author of the new book, The Businesswoman, book available wherever books are sold. I'll go through that again here in a few seconds. Let's talk about, there are basically 7 degrees of Starlight. I talk about the complexity of who you are. It's pretty difficult in a sentence to describe Starlight. Talk about the 7 degrees of Starlight.
Well, first one, obviously, I'm a writer. Second one, I'm a feminist. Then I'm an artist. That's the third one. Fourth one, I do photography. Fifth, I support charities. Let me have a look. The 6th degree is I hate the system. And the 7th degree, the last one, is I'm a dreamer. So those are all my degrees.
Well, let's take that last one first. How important is it to be a dreamer? That's where I think you get all of this vision, all of this energy in dreaming. Is that an important part of you and the creative part of you?
Yes, and I'd like to actually mention my dream was to make movies out of my books and going down in history as a feminist and writer. I actually am on my way of doing a movie. I've just did a author reputation, did a trailer for my movie, Businesswoman.
Actually, I saw that, and it's very well done, and I certainly can see this becoming a motion picture. That would be great if this became... would you be in the movie? Would you have a role in the movie?
Well, I'm not really in the acting career, but no, I don't think so. I'm a writer, really, but my character is going to be there for me.
Well, yes, I guess you can watch the character and root for the character, and it'd be interesting to see who is cast in the lead character for Starlight. What do you hope people take away from reading Businesswoman? There's a story that's so well told, so it's a very entertaining book, but there's so much more. There's so much substance to the book. What do you hope we get out of reading Businesswoman?
Well, I want women to know, because in nowadays it's easier, but like 40 years ago, women are only meant to cook and do housework.
Yes.
And I want to tell them, hey, you can do whatever you want to do. And I prefer a woman than actually as a career than actually do housework. So that's how it is.
Well, you know, as I'm describing you, I didn't put role model in there, and I really should do that. Who were some of your role models? Where did you get this feistiness, this ability to, like, you know, I don't like the system, I'm going to change the system? Where did that come from?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it's to do with experience. Oh, yes. I also met a great woman like Maya Angelou, Ruby Wax. I have, I don't know. I like Hillary Clinton. She should have been the president, but then again, that's her own business.
A lot of people feel the same way, and she got the most votes too. So that a lot of people feel that way over here. It's interesting where you draw the inspiration from. You mentioned the COVID book. What else are you working on? Any other projects you've got going?
I have a remake of The Wizard of Oz, so it's going to be called The Wizard of Was, as in the past, because it's a fight between Dorothy and the Wicked Witch and the Wizard of Oz. And the Wicked Witch says, "You're not Wizard of Oz anymore. You're a Wizard of Was, because you're not going to be a wizard anymore." So I'm trying to rearrange the title to make it a bit sarcastic. Instead of Oz, I say he was.
Got that sort of Starlight touch to it, doesn't it? That it's something that we would expect coming from you. It's been such a pleasure having you with us on the program. Time has gone by so quickly. I love Businesswoman. Good luck with getting that into a motion picture, because if people will look at this in Hollywood, the people that make motion pictures are going to see great potential there. It's a storyline that needs to be told and explained now, and you do that so well. Thank you for spending some time with us on the program. This has been a lot of fun. Good luck on all of the projects. Look forward to the COVID book coming out and being able to talk about that as well. This has been fun. Good luck with everything you've got going, and you've got a lot going there. Any travels coming up here? We mentioned the travel. Any big trips coming up soon?
Well, I went to South Africa doing research, but I forgot my sleeping tablet, so I sort of got ill. So I was going to USA to see my publishers. So because I wasn't well, so I couldn't go, and because of the pandemic, we couldn't go. So as soon as all this pandemic is finished, then I'll be traveling maybe to the USA, maybe to the Orient, or maybe to Russia. Spend the money.
Well, I love what you're doing with the creative part of you, and the books and the photography, all of this. Look forward to more. Now, Businesswoman, doing so well internationally. It's become a top seller. It's Businesswoman by our guest on the program, Starlight. That's Starlite. Easy to remember. If you're watching, just remember the sunglasses, and you'll be able to Google Starlight and to get all the information. AuthorReputationPress.com, a great place over here to buy the book, get information, and buy it. And StarlightTheWriter.co.uk. You get information on Starlight there. All of her books. Maybe at some point you can buy sunglasses just like hers by going to the website StarlightTheWriter.co.uk. And I'm giving you a lot there, but if you go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, you'll be able to link on directly. Starlight, a pleasure having you on the program. Best of luck and continued success, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again. Thank you for being with us.
Enjoy.
It's been fun. Starlight, our guest on the program, coming to us via Skype from the UK. Information on Starlight and her book Businesswoman on our website, thisweekinamerica.us. Back on today's program right after these messages.
This Week in America is online. You can visit our website, thisweekinamerica.us. Scott Pinkerton, associate producer of This Week in America. Jay Anderson, segment producer. Ben Watson, webmaster. Otto Bechet, director of engineering and TV production. This Week in America produced and is a trademark of Blue Funk Broadcasting, LLC. For information on all of our guests and to listen to this week's show, our website again at thisweekinamerica.us. And I'm Sean Bratton, executive producer of This Week in America.